Consider this setting the record straight, if you will. Whatever is meant for you should already be with you. If somebody or something is meant for you, it should already be there, or they should be there. There shouldn't be any fighting or struggles or challenges or hardships or blockages or complications or hassles or any of this stuff. You got to check yourself. In the moment, if it doesn't offer you joy, happiness, or peace, then it's not meant for you. If you've been trying to make something happen for such a long time and nothing seems to be happening, then obviously it wasn't meant to happen. So in that sense, you have to just give yourself a break and just relent and just give up on whatever you're trying to make happen, because obviously there's something working either behind the scenes in your favor, that's trying to get you to realize that you have to stop trying to control the situation, and or there's something unknown working against you, trying to prevent you from getting this, of a cosmic nature. If that be the case, then all of your efforts will be in vain, because you'll just keep banging your head against the wall. So if you come to understand that, you just keep trying the same thing and it's weeks and months and years, and no matter what, it doesn't seem to be panning out to anything. There comes a time when you just say, listen, I just release. I just can't do it anymore. I just can't keep waking up, trying my best, giving it my all, putting everything I got into it, and it just amounts to a whole big pile of nothing. That I'm just in the same spot, square one. It seems like I'm not moving. My thing is, instead of, trying to make something of yourself in this world, just give that up and just be happy. Work on being happy and joyful and peaceful and content, and instead of trying to run that rat race, man. Because that stuff will kill you dead at an early age. It's all stress and grief and aggravation. That's a whole big ball of hatred. That's what that is. I remember one time when I was a kid, I worked at a job. This guy I knew, he referred to the earth as that. He says, let me tell you something. This earth is nothing but one big ball of hate with a couple of good people on it. And I was like, you know what? I never heard it be put like that before, but he's right. He's right. You got some good folks, thank God, but for the most part, it's just like an ocean of endless misery that most of these people are just tapped into something malevolent and they just want to go with it. So it could be their energy too that's blocking your energy. You never know. You really don't know. My thing is that if you're trying so hard to do one thing and it's not panning out, that means you're on the wrong road, or you're doing the wrong thing, or you're putting your energy on something that you shouldn't be put on. You're focusing it in the wrong area. You got to analyze all this stuff. But you come to the point where, like, look, how many years are you going to bang your head against the wall before you realize, listen, this is not working. You just got to back off and just put your energies towards something that's productive, like your happiness. Instead of waking up going, okay, this is the day I'm going to make it happen. It'll happen. And you try your best and nothing happens. And it's not fear. It's nothing to do with fear or anything like that. This always boils down to money, to get something done or whatever. You either want to make money or you want to spend money to get something done. Their system just comes down to money. That's all it is. Money is required for you to get a home, to sustain. You know the routine. I don't have to tell you. It's always money. Money is always the top of the pyramid, and then the rest of it trickles down, like control, fame, all that. That's like bottom tier stuff. That's low rung. That's the lowest rung of the ladder, the bottom tier. The low level functionaries, the bottom feeders. At the top of the food chain, the pyramid is always money. It's always control of money. It's always money right at the top. Money is the eye of the pyramid. So in that sense, it's perhaps time for you to reevaluate everything and say, look, or make a brand new evaluation of the situation and say, look, didn't work, tried it, give it my best. It's time to just, put my energies towards something that will work, in the immediate here and now, which is your happiness, your peace, your freedom, your joy, your laughter, kindness, healing, just getting fulfillment out of the moment, for God's sake, instead of just like, I can't stand life. How come this isn't working? And just ripping your hair out of your head. It's not worth it. I've been there way too freaking many times, man. It just makes you miserable. And it just makes you very jaded, bitter, and cynical. You have this horrible aspect to you and this ridiculously negative outlook on life that you carry. It's like they both work in tandem. Like this misery you carry in your chest fires off this perceptive lens of like, I can't stand this place. There's nothing here. So that's what it is. Maybe it's time to just like disconnect from that system, because that system is designed to do this to you. So, I don't know what's going on in your life, what your personal journey is, but I've had incidents where my life is like, no matter what I do, I'm the one that's the right one and following the letter of the law and doing everything properly and a good heart and this and that, just getting burned and stabbed and shafted and just shanked and, double crossed and backstabbed. And, it's just two-timer, underhanded, all kinds of stuff, and and through my heart, I don't have any enemies. If people see me as an enemy, that's their trip. I can't be responsible for somebody's craziness. But I don't, it doesn't matter if somebody's been hating on me and wants me dead. I still don't see anybody as an enemy. I said, love, light, peace, and forgiveness, and have a nice life. I don't want you in mine. That's how I feel. But if you're finding you're encountering obstacles and complications and delays and such, you got to take note of this stuff, man. You're probably doing something wrong, or you're probably still the same person, the same vibration, that you're asking for something different, and that's why it's not. That's why there's no union. That, like, even though in your head you probably think you're this brand new person, but in actuality you're not. So the universe is recognizing that mismatch, and you're not making that connection with your desired reality in the future. So that's why I probably think, who knows? It could be a myriad of things. Maybe people are putting like witchcraft and spells on you and sending you evil and malevolent curses. I don't know. Nothing is off the table. Nothing. It could be your own family wishing your demise. You never know, man. You never know. This world is filled with lunatics and crazy people. I mean, you're driving on the parkway, right? Check it out. You drive on the parkway, you saw the people in the car, right? Everything looks normal. You don't know who these people are. You don't know what they have in their car. You don't know what they're driving to go do. How much stuff is going on in the world that's just, it will blow your freaking mind. You can't assume that anything is normal, because there's no such thing as normal. That's a non-existent synthetic term. Normal doesn't exist. What is normal? What appears to be just everybody doing what they're supposed to be doing, looking the same, acting the same, doing the same thing, no type of craziness going on, but you don't know what's going on in their head and what they're intending on doing when they get to where they're going to go with that car. They could have freaking 3 dead bodies in their trunk, and you're just looking at a brand new car and some dude in it that looks like a normal guy, right? You don't know. Nobody knows what's going on in this world. How could you? You don't assume anything. There's an old saying that says, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. It's true. It's true. But if you really analyze that statement, you shouldn't assume anything or presume anything or anticipate anything or expect anything. Things are the way they are, whether you want them to be that way or not. And unfortunately, more often than not, there's not a thing you could do to stop it or control it or change it. And that, unfortunately, also goes for a lot of portions of your journey. Some things you can control. Like I said, you're not in control of the reality that surrounds you. You're not. You're not in control of this world. You can't stop the trees from growing and the leaves from blossoming and the wind from blowing. You can't do that. That's not in your control. It's not in your wheelhouse to do that. Why would you even want to attempt to? So it goes far beyond that too. It's people. It's even your own self. Sometimes you're not even in control of aspects of your own self. Like, you think you have full control of yourself, but sometimes you find yourself in a situation where something will come out in you and you will just totally unexpected, like, oh my God, I didn't know. Why did I do that? Why did I say that? I'm so sorry. It happens. You don't even know yourself. How are you going to know the world around you? Is what I'm saying. So to end this video, I'm just saying, look, you just got to give yourself peace. Live in peace, not in pieces, man. Joy, happiness, and laughter are the most important. If you're not enjoying your life, then what's the point of being here? You're just drudging through life and dreading it. Just another day seems to be just banging into another day, just like dominoes are falling. One. It seems like one gigantic day that never ends. I remember one time my life became so monotonous, so mundane, so menial. I would all these mundane tasks and chores that I was just like a creature of habit. I would forget what day it was constantly. So I'd ask my son, what day is it today? Then sometimes it would get so bad, I would say, what month is it? And then one time it got so bad, I swear as God is my witness, it got so bad. I looked at him and said, what year is it? He looked at me like, Dad, really? I said, dude, I'm so freaking burnt out. I didn't even know nothing anymore. you know, because it seems like one gigantic day that never ended. It's just it was so mundane, and I knew I had no quality of life. I wasn't enjoying myself. It was just a miserable, existence. And I know a lot of it I was responsible for, and a lot of it I wasn't. Even though you try at certain things, there's other people responsible for their actions and behaviors, and that cause you pain deliberately that you're not responsible for because they're just vindictive, malicious, spiteful, and malevolent, and that's just the way it is. So perhaps the reason why things are being blocked in your life is maybe God is wanting better for you because you're not a vibrational equivalent to the frequency of the dreams that you're asking for, or perhaps other people are blocking you with negativity and waves of hatred and they want you dead. Who I don't know. Who knows? Honestly, if your next door neighbor hit a $500 million lottery, would you honestly be happy for them? Of course you wouldn't. You're like, how do they hit it? Why wasn't it me? Why was it them? That's exactly what would go through your head. So when you tell people what you're going to do, that's exactly what they send you. Negativity and hatred because they want you to fall and fail and crash. That's just the nature of people. That's why I always say if you have any intentions or inventions or ideas or whatever concepts, keep them to yourself until they're realized. Don't tell people your dreams until they realize, because what they're going to do more often than not is they're going to send you, oh, I wish you the best. Oh, God bless. Good luck with that. You're going to do so amazing. That's what they tell you to your face. But secretly, I hope that SOB burns. I hope his business explodes. I hope he fails and falls and crashes. That's what you're going to get from a distance behind your back. I'm just telling you straight. That's the real world. And you might get one or two people that honestly wish you well. But for the most part, the remainder of them, they're all basically all cut from the same cloth. I'm not telling you to have a jaded, bitter, cynical perspective on people. It's just that you have to assess them for who and what they are because action is truth. Words are meaningless. You have to see people for who and what they are. And they'll tell you and they'll show you, you know. So let that just be, a lesson that maybe you should just work on changing honestly inside yourself. Just work on just being happy, man. Forget about reaching goals, aspirations, and all this stuff because that's stuff that was forced on you by the system so you could become, a proper little cog in their machine, a sprocket, a spring, a gear, because there is no I in team, right? But that I stands for individual. They're trying to discourage you from being yourself. So wake up today and work on being yourself and forget about the team. Just work on the I. That is you, individual.